guys, it's the Swingman here back with another upload. I know what you're thinking. Where the heck have I been? I know it's been a while. I'm trying to get back into the routine. For those of you that don't know, my main source, my primary source of income is doing sales and construction. So I focus in on roofing, siding, windows, gutters, gutter protection systems. And I'm also from Western New York. So the big thing about fall is people start panicking, getting ready for winter time. This is our busiest time of the year. So I've been running sales appointments all day, and also I've been coordinating to get all my baseball stuff together for the fall and the winter. Got a lot of exciting stuff that I want to share with you guys in regards to that. But today it's going to be a little different focus. We just got done with the World Series. Congratulations to the Boston Red Sox. Really doesn't matter if you're a fan of the Red Sox or you're a hater. They're an amazing team to watch this year. They did incredible throughout the season and just followed it up with a remarkable playoff run. And honestly, one of the best teams I've ever seen in my time. So congratulations to them. However, one of the big topics in discussion right now is Manny Machado and the way he's been conducting himself on the field now that he's with LA. Again, that's going to change come next year, most likely. So, but with what he's been doing this playoff, has been getting a lot of attention in social media and stuff, and I wanted to give my input on that because I actually played with Manny Machado. We both got drafted back in 2010 by the Baltimore Orioles. He was obviously much higher round than I was. I was a 13th rounder. But we did play our first year of professional baseball together on top of, seeing each other in spring training and stuff. So he is acting out, and I do want to give my full opinion on the whole situation. So on top of that, I do want to leave you guys with a hitting tip for today as well. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play clips from my recent visit down to Mount Olive College. University of Mount Olive now. It was Mount Olive College when I went there, but it was Alumni weekend this past weekend, and I was lucky enough to get the time to go down there and visit the old team, visit the coaches, and see some of my old teammates. I went to Mount Olive College back in 2010. That's where I got drafted out of, and it was very awesome and nice and cool to see the new guys as well as the old ones. So I'm going to have footage from the home run derby, which I did pretty well in. And I didn't come in first, but I did pretty good. I came in second place, but I also have footage of the game as well. So I'm going to play those while I'm telling you my opinions on Manny Machado, as well as getting into the hitting tips video. As always, shout out to Stinger Sports Gear. They got some awesome stuff. You're going to see it in this video. I'm wearing one of the Stinger jerseys. The black and yellow jersey. It's sick. I get a lot of compliments on it. But you could go to their website, stingerwoodbats.com. Use promo code TheSwingman. Get 15% off your order. So hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. And here we go. All right, guys. So I'm going to play some clips of me hitting in the home run derby here in Mount Olive. This is my first round. You're going to see the second round pop up as well. I did come in second place. I hit 7 in the first round, 6 in the second. It was a 2.5 minute round. We got to hit with the BESR bats, which is pretty cool. And I forget how crazy those bats are. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm gonna talk about Manny Machado. He was pretty frustrating to watch in this playoff. Not just his performance, it's whatever, that happens to guys, even the best guys. But his just overall attitude was just horrible. And between him kicking Jesus Aguilar on purpose, telling the media and his fans that he doesn't hustle and he's not going to, and also stepping on Steve Pearce's heel, all were just very shady things to do, and I'm not a fan of them. But going back, in 2010, I did get a chance to play with him. We were both playing for the Aberdeen Ironbirds. I was a 13th round pick. He was a first round pick. So he signed late, just like most first rounders do, negotiating their contracts and stuff. So he came in and he was basically given a nice locker spot right on the edge, just like most of the high-end guys get to choose their own spots. And I was lucky enough to be right next to him in the locker room. So we got to know each other pretty well in the last, it's tough to say, I think probably about a month and maybe a month or so. He was there in Aberdeen before the season ended. And he was much younger than I was. He was 17, I was 22. So the one thing that really was impressive was just his talent, his sheer talent. He was 17 years old and acting like he was playing against kids that were, 2 years younger than him, even though most of us played baseball longer than he has. And his comfort level, how his hands worked, how quick his barrel was, all these things were just, you could tell were head and shoulders above everyone. And he was a good kid, in all honesty. He would ask me questions if he had a question about anyone or anything, around the clubhouse and stuff. He wasn't afraid to talk to anyone and get to know people. And, he was always open to me asking him questions about, what he's learned, some tips and stuff. So he honestly was a cool guy to talk to, or kid to talk to, I should say, at that time, being that he was 17. So that was really, besides spring training the next year, we got to talk a little bit. He actually did something pretty cool before or after our first season. He ended up leaving a baseball in my bag with his cell phone number on it. It said Manny has a cell phone. I keep that ball in my house because, he considered me to be a friend, and he thought, I'd be someone he'd give his cell number to, and I thought that was so cool of him to do. So now fast forwarding to what's going on now, this is my opinion on guys that are that talented and that young getting involved in professional sports. There's a learning curve when it comes to dealing with failure. A lot of guys deal with that through college baseball. Maybe it's more competitive baseball where they're from, but a lot of guys like Manny Machado and Bryce Harper and stuff, they don't experience true failure until they get into the big leagues. So they don't really know how to deal with it. And you see all these weird, almost babyish type acts come out on the main stage. So it's stuff you can't get around. You can't hide it. It's there. People see it. And obviously you're going to create a lot of haters at you the more you do it. So this is exactly what happened in the playoffs. This is the biggest stage he's played on. I mean, yes, it's the major leagues, but now you're in major league playoffs. You're in the World Series. So obviously he's frustrated. He wasn't performing as well as he wanted to or should have. And instead of getting back to the dugout, going in the clubhouse, getting pissed off, throwing something like normal people who have an anger issue, he just goes right out and kicks Jesus Aguilar in the ankle, or purposely steps on Steve Pearce's heel, which if you're going to say he didn't do that on purpose, then you're crazy, because you can't step that far off the middle of the bag and not do that on purpose when you're running straight through. So I'm not a fan of it. I think he's going to lose a lot of respect. He already has from his fans. It's going to take some time for him to gain any back if he wants to. And I think the icing on the cake for him is the fact that he says he's not a player that's going to hustle. I didn't even mention the fact that he missed out on a double in a World Series because he was too busy pimping a single. That kind of stuff is just horrible. I know the game's evolved. I mean, you see it in my channel. I'm pimping stuff all the time, but not on that stage. You hustle and you get to second. So, yeah, I'm not a fan, but I guess we'll see what happens with him. And I guess moving on from that, I do want to leave you guys with a hitting tip. So this is something I put on my Instagram channel a little while ago. But if you're experiencing any type of issue in your swing, the first thing you should go to is rhythm and timing. Bad rhythm and timing will create physical issues. So if you correct your rhythm and timing, I would say a good 8 times out of 10, if you've been hitting all right on the season and you've been struggling for a little while, it's because of your rhythm and timing. Go to that first before you start changing physical things in your swing or your stance, and you'll start to see things iron themselves out. Just trust me on it. Also, go through my page. I'll leave a link in the description for my rhythm and timing video. You could watch that to help you. I actually played against a kid who watched my rhythm and timing video, and he got a single against us, and it was his 3rd hit of the game, and he thanked me when he got to first. And this kid's from Canada, so we only play him a couple times a year. And he said, "Thank you." I said, why are you thanking me? He said, "Well, I've been struggling really bad this year, and I was looking up tips for rhythm and timing, and I ran into your YouTube channel and watched your video." And he said ever since he watched it, he was 18 for 25. So he says it works. So just trust me, if you watch the video, it may help you. And again, that's going to help you correct a physical error in your swing by just focusing on better rhythm and timing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe. Have a good one.